Hello, mere pyare bachcho. Welcome back. Welcome back. I am so happy to see you all again for another super quick revision session.
So, exams are just around the corner, right? And I know. The moment you see the word geometry, a little bit of tension starts. All those lines and angles can look a bit confusing. But listen to me, I promise you, this chapter is actually one of the easiest ones. And together, we are going to make it super simple and fun. So no tension at all, okay?
All right then, let's jump right in. You know, every big, complicated drawing, every shape you can possibly imagine, it all starts with just a few simple, basic little heroes. Let's call them our geometry superheroes. Are you ready to meet them? Okay, first up, we have our number one hero, the point. What is a point? Just take your pencil and make a tiny dot on the paper with the sharpest tip. That's it. That's a point. It has no size, no length, no width. Nothing. It's just there to say, hey, I am right here. It's literally the beginning of everything in geometry. So what happens when you have two of these points and they decide to become best friends? Well, they hold hands, and that creates a line segment. It's the shortest, straightest path you can draw between them. It has a clear starting point and a clear ending point. Think about it like the road from your home to your school. It starts at your door and ends at the school gate. So simple, right? But now, what if we give that line segment some superpowers? What if it could just stretch and keep going forever and ever in both directions, nonstop? That, my dear Bacho, is a line. We can't even draw the whole thing on paper because, well, it's infinite. It just goes on and on. And the last of our basic heroes is the ray. Now, a ray is kind of like a mix of the last two. It has a fixed starting point, but then whoosh, it goes on forever, but only in one direction. The best way to remember this is to think of a sunbeam. It starts at the sun, and then that beam of light just travels on and on and on. Perfect example, right? Okay, so we've met our heroes, the point, the line segment, the line, and the ray. Now, let's see what kind of magic happens when they team up. This is where it gets really interesting. Are you ready for the next level?
Check this out. When two rays start from the exact same point, they create something new. They form an angle. And that common starting point, that's a super important word. We call it the vertex. And what about the two rays? Well, we call them the arms of the angle. So you have the vertex where they meet and the two arms spreading out.
And the coolest part, angles aren't just in your math book. Seriously, they are everywhere. Look, when you open a pair of scissors, that's an angle. A ladder leaning on a wall, that's another angle. The more you open something, the bigger the angle gets. I want you to just pause and look around you right now. You'll be amazed at how many angles you can spot.
All right, pop quiz time for my brilliant students. Look at those scissors again. In the angle formed by the two blades, what's the vertex? I'll give you a second to think about it. Got it? Yes, it's that little screw right in the middle that holds the blades together. That's the common point. See, you're already getting it. You're a natural.
You know, angles are a bit like people. They all have different personalities. Some are really tiny and sharp, some are big and wide open, and some are just right. Let's meet these different types of angles. Okay, so the two main types you need to know for your exam are acute and obtuse. Just remember this. Acute sounds like it's sharp, right? So these are the small, sharp angles. And obtuse means kind of blunt or wide, so those are the bigger, wider angles. The magic number to compare them with is 90 degrees. Acute is less than 90, and obtuse is more than 90. Simple. So how do you remember acute? Easy. Think of a yummy slice of pizza. It's a small, sharp slice, right? It's acute angle. Get it? A cute little angle. It's always less than 90 degrees. I bet you won't forget that now.
And now for the superstar of all angles, the right angle. This is the perfect corner, that perfect L shape, and it's always exactly 90 degrees. No more, no less. Just look around. The corner of your phone, your laptop screen, the corner of your room, they are everywhere. Right angles are the most common. And I've got a little joke for you so you never ever forget this. Ready? Why should you never argue with a 90-degree angle? Because it's always right. A bit of a dad joke, I know, but you'll remember it. Okay, and our last one for now is the obtuse angle. The easiest way to picture this, take your geometry box, you all have one, right? Now open it up really wide. That big, wide-open angle, that's an obtuse angle. It's anything that's bigger than a right angle, bigger than 90 degrees. So we've been saying small angle, big angle, less than 90, more than 90. But how do we know the exact number? How can we measure exactly how big an angle is? Well, that's where measuring comes in, of course. Okay, think about turning all the way around, making one complete circle. Ages ago, mathematicians decided to take that full circle and slice it into 360 tiny equal parts, and they called each one of those tiny parts a degree. We use that little circle symbol to write it, so one full turn is always 360 degrees. So how do we actually count those little degrees? We don't have to guess. We have a special tool, and you all know what this is. This, my bacho, is a protractor. It's right there in your geometry box, and its only job in life is to help us measure angles perfectly in degrees.
For your exams, you really just have to remember 3 magic numbers. A right angle, that's a quarter turn, is 90 degrees. A straight line, which is like a half turn, is 180 degrees. And a full circle, one complete turn, is 360 degrees. Just lock these in your brain, 90, 180, and 360. That's it.
Okay, let's take a deep breath. That was quite a bit, but you guys have been amazing. So for the final stretch, this is your exam-ready recap. Let's go over everything one last time, super fast, so it's fresh in your mind. Remember our story of the geometry superheroes? It all starts with a simple point. 2 points get together to make a line segment. That segment gets powers and becomes a line that goes on forever. Then a ray shoots off in just one direction. And finally, 2 rays meet at a vertex and boom, we get an angle. Point, segment, line, ray, angle. That's the order. And what about their personalities? Acute, the cute, sharp one, less than 90. Right, the perfect corner, always 90. Obtuse, the big, wide one, more than 90. And a straight angle is just a flat line at 180 degrees. This, right here, this is your perfect cheat sheet for the exam. Okay, one last challenge for you. Right now, I'm going to give you 10 seconds. Look around you and spot 3 right angles. Ready, set, go. 10, 9, 8. Find them. The corner of your screen, a book, a window. See? They're everywhere. Geometry is not just in a book, it's all around us. Just keep this in mind, keep practicing a little bit, and you are going to do brilliantly. You've got this. All the best for your exams, Mirabacha. Bye-bye.